Well, Internet fam, it's that exciting time of year again where we get to start talking about the presidential election of 2020 and which corporate whore, in this case, a literal whore, you get to vote for. I know a lot of people are really excited about the chance to oust Bad Orange Man. I'm not a fan of Bad Orange Man. I've hated Bad Orange Man since I was a little kid back in the 80s. I still don't like Bad Orange Man. I haven't been real happy about any of the things that he's done. I would have liked to have seen him lock up Hillary Clinton for deleting all the emails off of her server, which, since she had already been subpoenaed, was a felony for her to delete those emails. And the fact that he hasn't done that yet gives me very little faith in Donald Trump, and I'm not going to trust the plan, and I'm not going to wait. I want to see Hillary Clinton go to jail, and until I do, I don't trust Donald Trump. But the Democrats now are running an amazing race already, and I don't know which Democratic presidential candidate is worse. There's a lot of bad ones. Apparently Bernie Sanders is going to run again, or as I like to call him, sellout Sanders. Bernie Sanders had a lot of momentum in the last election. He had a lot of support from young people and from the baby boomers as well. And he sold them all out and told them to endorse Hillary, which is an unforgivable crime, in my opinion. And the reality is Bernie Sanders has done made a lot of other policy decisions that have been very poor as well. And of course, he always votes in favor of sending Israel more money. So he's also in favor of the genocide that's continuing against the Palestinian people, as is every single member of Congress and every single senator as well, except for Justin Amash, the only senator the only congressman who's not guilty of treason, in my opinion. So there's Sellout Sanders is running again, and besides Sellout Sanders, there's also Kamala Harris is running, and actually I wanted to focus on Kamala Harris, so I'm going to go ahead and switch screens here and talk about the fact that Kamala Harris dated the mayor of San Francisco, Willie Brown, before he was mayor, and he has admitted to it now. I believe they were both married at the time, and they were both having an affair with each other. Is that true? I don't know. Maybe she was single, but he was married at any rate, and having an affair with Kamala Harris when he was Speaker of the House of the California State Assembly and running for mayor. And he had avoided it. He hadn't commented on it before, and this is the whole article. And there's several articles, several different news outlets talking about this, because he openly talked about it in his thing. And you may think, okay, that's not a big deal, but he appointed her to two different posts while he was California State Assembly, while he was Speaker of the California State Assembly. So that is very corrupt. It's obvious that if you're sleeping with somebody and you give them the job ahead of somebody you're not sleeping with, are they the most qualified for the job? Very unlikely. And he also helped some other people who you may have heard of, Nancy Pelosi, Senator Dianne Feinstein, so this is just two of the worst Washington politicians we have. He's also helped them too. So the fact that he's helped them and also helped Kamala Harris, if no other thing should make you suspicious of her, and here they are on election night, you can see she's overjoyed that he's winning as mayor, and then they broke up shortly after that. But I just on a friend's Facebook post, I used the word whore to describe Kamala Harris, because she used her sexual relationship to further her career. So it's kind of like getting paid for sex, and I think that that's an apt term So now, granted, I think Donald Trump is ridiculous. I think that, his behavior as as a married person has certainly been more than disgusting. Um, but I don't think that we need to lower ourselves even farther by having an actual somebody who has actually had sex to further their own career in the White House. So Kamala Harris gets 2 thumbs down from me, not just for her association with the corrupt mayor who she was sleeping with, who also supported Feinstein, and Nancy Pelosi, of all people. Two of it's hard for me to decide who the worst person in Washington, D.C. is. There's so many bad ones. They're all sellouts. But I definitely think that Pelosi and Feinstein are right at the top of the list of the very worst, most corrupt, disgusting, evil people running the country. And the fact that he's helped them and then helped her, and then the fact that they were involved in a relationship when he posted her to 2 posts and also helped her run for her first political position. It's I don't like Tulsi either. Tulsi always votes for Israel. She's supposedly anti-war, and yet she's always voting to support Israel. So, Democrats, if you want to beat Bad Orange Man, you're going to have to do better. And right now, I haven't seen a single candidate that isn't a total corporate sellout piece of garbage. And that's Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, Tulsi Gabbard, Hillary Clinton, if she chooses to run again. I mean, worst candidate in history, perhaps, Hillary Clinton. Beto O'Rourke, all of your candidates are horrible, absolutely horrible. And there's no way any one of them, in my opinion, is going to beat Bad Orange Man, no matter how upset Bad Orange Man makes you. And I'm not a fan of Bad Orange Man. I'm not saying this as somebody who's excited about a prospect of another 4 years of Donald Trump, who, is just somebody I'm not a fan of on any level. But, I will say that he was a better choice than Hillary Clinton. I think that, a turd on a 2x4 would have been a better choice than Hillary Clinton. so that's not a glowing endorsement. But certainly, if Kamala Harris is the best you've got, if Tulsi Gabbard is the best you've got, if Beto O'Rourke is the best you've got, you can expect another 4 years of Bad Orange Man. So I really hope somebody else comes out of the Democratic ranks who is worth voting for, but I haven't seen anybody. The last Democrat that I had any respect for at all was Dennis Kucinich, and he hasn't run for years now. So, I don't know what to tell you. Good luck, Democrats, because you're going to need it.